the second top tip about internal thinking, it's to do with both the sounds and the self-talk. So if we stick with that notion of feeling anxious about an interview, then one of the things that can happen is either I might be giving myself some critical self-talk, or I might be imagining the interview panel asking questions in ways that are unhelpful. One of the interesting things about sounds is that it's reckoned that it's not the content so much of what I say to myself or what other people say to me. It's less about the content and it's more about the voice quality, so the tone of voice. So I could be saying something to myself like, oh my God, that was a stupid answer. And I could say it in a really critical voice tone. Oh my God, what a stupid answer. Why would anybody want to listen to that? Or I could say it in a much lighter tone of voice. Well, that was a bit daft, wasn't it, Chris? So the tone of voice that I use to either give myself self-talk or the tone of voice that I imagine or remember from other people is one of the things that's a major driver for our feelings. Now, one of the things you can do with this is if you play about with the volume and the voice tone of either self-talk or external sound, then very often it can have a major impact on your emotions. So, for example, if you're one of those people who are very good at criticising yourself, and there's a lot of us about that are really good at doing that critical self-talk, if you're good at that, what I'd like you to do is to notice what are the words that you say to yourself. So if you're good at criticising yourself, notice if there's a particular phrase or a way that you criticise yourself. Notice what you say. And also notice the tone of voice that you say those things in. And notice how strong a feeling. So on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is very weak and 10 is quite strong, notice the strength of the negative emotion. So maybe it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it's 10. So just notice the words, notice the tone of voice, the volume, notice the strength of the emotion. And next, I'm going to invite you to play about with the tone of voice and the volume and to notice what impact that has on the emotion. So first of all, you've still got the TV remote in your hand and there's a volume button on that. So what I'd like you to do is to, in your imagination, use that remote control and turn down the volume on that self-talk. So notice what happens when you turn down the volume so that it becomes quite quiet. So when you're criticising yourself in a quiet voice. And notice the impact that has on the strength of the emotion. Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it stay the same? Just notice that. Then turn it back. Second thing you can do. What I'd like you to do is say those same words to yourself. But this time, what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to say them in your favourite comedian or comedian's voice. So who's somebody who makes you laugh? Hear that person saying those same words. Maybe it's Peter Kay. Notice what it's like if you hear those same words, if you're saying those same words to yourself in Peter Kay's voice. And notice what happens to the strength of the negative emotion. Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it stay the same? Just notice. Lots of people, they just start to snigger when they do that. It just becomes laughable. Third thing you can do is put the voice back to how it was. And this time, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to say those same words, but this time do it in Donald Duck's voice. And notice what happens when you say those same words in Donald Duck's voice. And if I was anything of a ventriloquist, I'd actually be able to do that, but I'm not, so I can't do it. What sort of trainer can't do a Donald Duck's voice? So notice what happens when you Donald Duck it, and that's not Cockney rhyming slang, by the way. When you Donald Duck it, notice what happens to the strength of emotion. Does it go up? Does it go down? Does it stay the same? So those are 3 dead simple things you can do around self-talk. Basically, anything you can do to change the quality and the tone of voice around self-talk can have an impact on the emotion that it generates. So you might put daft music behind it, you say it to yourself in a sexy voice. Do anything to change the voice quality, you'll find it has an impact on self-talk. Okay, so that's that topic.